All right, Shalom. I want to start off with giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is just an addition to my latest video. The city is broken down, but I will also add the people are mourning in through 24. Let's start at the top. Let's start at the book of Isaiah chapter 24 verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. So let's go into that word with etymology. Languish. Woo-hoo. Languish, early 14th century. Fall in strength. Exhibit signs of approaching death. Let's see. To grieve. To fall ill. To be weak or faint or slack. Weaker sense of be love sick. Basically to grieve, to lament, to mourn. That's what language goes into. To mourn. Should they get anything else? Nope. To the point. The exhibit signs of approaching death. To fail in strength. And people are failing. Right? People have no longer have the strength, to stand up on their own. And this is how E is putting it. And E is systematically setting this society up in that way for people. And we already rely on him. As the scriptures say, even due to the curses, we got to go from, especially the Israelites, we got to go to him for the want of all things. Because Esau, as the scriptures say, the book of Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who or where and who is he? Okay? And since the earth have been given into his hands, since he has the power, he what? He owns the resources. Okay? But he's so wicked, what he have done with the resources is he poisoned them. He weaponized them. Okay? He weaponized the resources for his own ill-gotten gain, and also to destroy and to pollute the minds and body of the people. All right? So what are we seeing now? We're seeing the earth and the people languish. The earth failing in strength. The people failing in strength. So verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. This is Esau. The earth has been defiled under his rulership. See, this is why the scriptures talk about, when the feller is laid down, which is Esau, Edom, that the fir trees are even going to rejoice when this man is taken out of power, when this wicked people are taken out of power. Right? Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So Esau has no right to even mention a scripture of the Bible. He has no right. Because all he do is casteth the words behind him. That's all he does. Matter of fact, let's get that scripture. Book of Psalms chapter 50 verse 16, it says, but unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in my mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee. That's all this devil do. He casts the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai behind him. They don't extol the Bible. Here it is. For the sake of the 1948ers, they're trying to ban the Bible, right? But I thought this was a Bible country, so to speak. Right? I thought your morals and belief system was based off the Bible. I mean, that's what you said, but we know your actions show differently. Because through your actions and your deeds, we see that this is not a Bible uplifted country, a biblical standard country. No, this place where we're at now is hell, okay, which goes into a condition in the grave, but meaning the standard of this place is complete wickedness, right? Complete wickedness, rebellion, right? The opposing way of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If it's not in the way of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it's the right way in their eyes. Because everything that Esau do is all to, do the opposite of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because he wants to be like God. Right? But he's so proud he thinks he can do better than the Most High. This is why when you look at even creation, he's like, well, you know what? The Most High was wrong on this. Right? How dare he have only two genders, right? How dare he have only two genders? Well, through our belief and through our science, there's more. And that's just one example to show you how he opposes the will of the Most High. How he, as is mentioned here, and I'll read it again in the book of Isaiah chapter 24. It says, one more time, verse 5, the earth also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance. See, they changed the natural order of things. Right? This is what they have done under his rulership. Broken the everlasting covenant. All right? Now, I want to get this. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 39, verse 27, it says, all these things, matter of fact, let's go above. Verse 26, Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 26, the principal things for the whole use of man's life, water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. All these things are good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. Right? So you got to think, Esau have taken the Bible unto himself. Right? And the things that he is doing throughout the earth is transgressing the laws. Okay? So this is what? Sin. And this is what he have done. He have turned all these different things, the principal things, for the whole use of man's life, right? He have turned all these things, in a weaponized way to destroy you, when these are things of your necessity. But see, the scriptures say he would be like this. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. Even the different things people use, fire, water, iron, and these other things for. They're now being used for what? An evil purpose. Right? So let's go back to the book of Isaiah 24. Verse 6, it says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, Esau, And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Let's go into that word sigh. Okay? Because usually when you sighing and crying, you know, you're going through something. Right? A person usually don't sigh unless they feel some type of way about something. And that's not in a good way. So when you sigh, it says the science is to make a prolonged, more or less audible, heavy breath indicative of some emotion. When a person like, you know, they be through when you make that, you know, when people typically, when a person sighs, right? It's really talking about some type of throughness that you're going through. Whether it's tired, you know, whether if, y'all know what I mean. It says, let's see. Oh, here we go. Yep. It explains it better. By the 13th century, and as an expression of grief or trouble in the mind. You see? So that's what a person is usually sighing for. As an expression of grief or trouble in the mind. Okay? That's when a person do sigh. So when you see, you know, everybody down there in Babylon the Great is sighing and crying because what? They're expressing grief and trouble of the mind due to Esau. Right? Esau got people through out here. And this is how he's going to be able to set up this system where you're going to bow the knee to the image of Baal. Not the elect, though. Because the Lord said he reversed 7,000 men. Shall not bow the knee to the image of Baal. But you rest of you people, the majority of you people, you're going to bow the knee. Because he's going to put your back against the wall. And we're seeing a perfect setup right now of how he is able to succeed in getting a majority of you people. So it says, verse 7, Isaiah 24, verse 7, the new wine mourneth, the vine languish, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. See, this is talking about, you know, celebration, mirth. All this is about to come to an end, right? Wait till we enter quarter, I want to say the phase of Q3 within a year, right? You won't see more people sighing. You already got people sighing and crying all through social media, complaining how this is not an American dream. This is an American night. This is an American nightmare. I want to go to another country, so forth and so on. Now people are starting to understanding the throughness that's happening here in Babylon the Great. And people are going to be in an uproar. See, the scriptures talk about all this. People being in an uproar, sedition among men. We see all these different things. People complaining about how Babylon the Great is helping or giving aid to the immigrants to cross the border, giving aid to other countries. We talking about millions, multi-millions and billions of dollars in aid. Meanwhile, here at Babylon the Great, you as a citizen, you are completely through. Completely through. So there's these things that we speak about, all these things that's in the scriptures and the things that we see going on, none of this is far-fetched. None of it. Right? So it says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. This is what we're coming into. We're starting to see the mirth of the land is gone. It's languishing. See, man, you do have people here and there still running around the earth doing what they do, being merry-hearted. I mean, they're definitely oblivious to the fact of what's going on, that this place is through, and that eventually they're gonna be through right with it. But you still have people running around here at some sort of mirth, you know. And I'm talking about they spend majority of the times in mirth. I'm not saying, you know, you don't step out every once in a while, you know, go play golf or whatever you may, bowling, whatever you may do to pass some time to have some type of enjoyment, you know, because pretty much your everyday life consists round the clock working for the damn devil. But we talking about the people that's in just complete mirth. People that's in just complete mirth are about to be completely through. Yup. A lot of judgment going forth, man. Right? So, we got one more scripture. Let's just jump straight into these few articles I got. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So I got this pulled up. And like I said, this was an addition to the last video I did. The city is broken down and the people are in mourning. Right? So, because my last video, actually, the sound messed up. But it's all good through the spirit. I got this video bringing out more information. So when you're dealing with right now, all throughout Babylon the Great, all over the news headlines, what do you hear? Or what do you see? Right? You hear and see of bankruptcy, foreclosures, inflation, shrinkflation, hyperinflation, credit card debt crisis, repossession crisis, homelessness crisis, squatter crisis, border crisis, right? These are some of the main things that you're seeing. Delinquencies. These are some of the things I'm seeing more, maybe either twice a day, but I want to say more than 6 times a week. I'm seeing this pop up through different news articles dealing with the statistics of these things. So let's jump straight into it. Right? This just shows you people are through 24, right? Bankruptcy is a legal process through which people or others or other entities who cannot repay debts to creditors may seek relief from some or all their debts. So you see these different big corporations, these different banks, you know, stores that we grew up to or grew up that existed are now being what? They're now dwindling away. Okay? Due to a different financial crisis. Right? Hyperinflation. This is hyperinflation, right? We're dealing with inflation right now, which is actually screwing us over. Like in the last video, I said on average, the American is spending $11,500 more since 2021, and that was the statistics to 23. We didn't even get to 24, and I guess they'll do that once we enter to 2025. I mean, Lord willing, we out of here by then. But yeah, from 2021 to 2023, we are average cost that we're paying out is $11,000, rounded to $11,500. You see? So if you make $80,000, you're really only getting $69,000. You know? And I mean, you're getting less than that, because now we talking about you actually your take-home pay, which is less, right? So it says in economics, hyperinflation is used to describe Situations where the prices of all goods and services rise uncontrollably over a defined time period. In other words, hyperinflation is extremely rapid inflation. Generally, inflation is termed hyperinflation when the rate of inflation grows at more than 50% a month. And I'm telling you, before you know it, this is what we're going to see. We're going to see a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread is already some good bread. Already what? $5.99. But wait till that shit is $11.99 for a loaf. What you get? 16 slices? Wait till a carton of eggs, right? 12 pack, $10. And I'm just throwing numbers out there. These numbers can get higher. You know? Just wait. Just wait. Your daily necessities, things that you need in your everyday life, it's going to put you in a bind, man. People are already in a bind. This is why the people are mourning. And really, we deal with people. If you try to ask yourself, well, if people are in so much debt, why are they still spending uncontrollably? Why are they still eating uncontrollably? Because people usually tend to what? It's called the continue to shop when you know you ain't got the money. It's called doom spending. And doom spending is when you just like, screw it, I'm already in debt. I ain't gonna be able to pay these back, so let me just keep running up the tab. Let me just keep running it up. Because we're doomed. People look at that as for eating as well. But then other people use that to cope with their life for some type of therapy as well too. We did bankruptcy. Let's talk about shrinkflation, right? This is what everyone is seeing this, shrinkflation. In economics, shrinkflation, also known as package downsizing or weight out, is a process of items shrinking size or quantity while the price remains the same. Check this out, right? This gives you, look, see that? This shows you what we're dealing with right now. Inflation, shrinkflation, hyperinflation coming soon. Yep. So there you go. There's a visual for you to see of what's taking place. Now this. Oh man, got rid of it. Let's go to. Here we go. Credit card and auto loan delinquencies. So it says credit card and auto loan delinquencies continue rising, notably among younger borrowers. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York Center for Microeconomic Data today issued its quarterly report on household debt and credit. The report shows total household debt increased by $212 billion, 1.2% in the fourth quarter of 2023 of 17.50 trillion. The report is based on data from the New York Fed's nationally representative consumer credit panel, right? Mortgage balances rose by 112 billion from the previous quarter and stood at 12.25 trillion at the end. At the end of December. Balances on home equity lines of credit increased 11 billion. The seventh consecutive quarterly increase after quarter 2022, and now stand at 360 billion. Credit card balances decreased by 50 billion to 1.13 trillion. Auto loan balances rose by 12 billion, continuing the upward trajectory seen since 2020, and now stand at 1.61 trillion. Do you see these numbers? Do you see these numbers? Bro, the people are we through. I ain't even just saying the people, we, because I'm through too. I'm through this. This affects all of us. You know, now some people got better positions than other people, but on an average basis, bro, the average person is completely through. You see, so I just wanted to touch on that through the spirit, and I brought all these articles out to show you the people are mourning, the people are struggling. You know, they're fighting to get by. You know, they're getting put in a position where they have to pick and choose. You know, am I going to get groceries? Or am I going to pay my car note? Or am I going to pay my mortgage or my rent? Or am I going to pay my groceries? Or am I going to get gas? Or am I going to pay my light bill? Like, it's a struggle, bro. It's a struggle. And you think people ain't going be in an uprising about this very soon? You think people ain't going to be in an uprising? Just wait. See, it's happening in other places around the world, right? People are struggling. People are in an uprising. But just wait. We're going to just wait and watch. We're going to see. People are going to freaking lose it. Right? People are going to lose it very soon. That's what we're coming into. All right? But I just wanted to show you under the rulership in the hands of this devil that the earth is through and the people are through 2024 or through 24. Shalom.